In Wolverine Origins, Logan remembers meeting and training Natasha Romanoff, who would grow up to become Black Widow when she was just a child. Due to his mutant powers, X-Man Wolverine has lived a long life, and as a result, he's crossed paths with many people who would grow to become important characters in Marvel Comics past, present, and future. In Wolverine Origins, Logan remembers meeting and training a fiery redhead named Natalia Romanoff, who would grow to become the former spy and Avenger called the Black Widow. After learning he had a son named Dakin, Logan sought ways that he could rescue him from whatever forces that not only concealed his existence from his father but also were in control of him. His search put him in the crosshairs of old friends and especially old enemies like Omega Red, who kidnapped the young X-Men Jubilee in order to get Wolverine to find the prized carbonadium synthesizer, a machine that produces a mutated form of adamantium. In Berlin, Wolverine meets with Black Widow, who informs him of the synthesizer's real location and sympathizes with Logan's goal of saving Jubilee's life, remembering when Logan tried doing the same for her years ago. In this issue by Daniel Way and Steve Dillon, Wolverine remembers meeting the young Natalia on an old-fashioned locomotive which is attacked mid-transit. While others outside and on board are slaughtered, Logan and the girl wait in closed doors until the girl's father, the infamous spy Taras Romanoff, whom his enemies were aiming to hurt by kidnapping his daughter. Knowing Logan's identity as a marked man, Taras orchestrated the attack to give the impression that they were both killed during the attack and tells the future Wolverine that he has much to learn. As Wolverine spends the next 2 years learning the essentials about espionage from one of the best, Logan also spends nights training Tara's daughter, who referred to Logan as her little uncle, in proper combat. During these fights, Wolverine knows that Natalia won't reach her dreams of being a ballerina because the world, especially her father's world, had different plans for her and he believed she should be ready. With time, Wolverine came to regard Natalia more as the daughter he never had, but the simplistic paradise, if one could call it that, would eventually come to an end. One night, Logan discovered that Natalia had been kidnapped, but the circumstances and his instincts deduced that this was another trap. Armed and naturally shirtless, Logan took to the woods where he was confronted with the free and armed Natalia. She revealed that not only was Taras not her father but that she also had been sent for training like Logan, with his execution meant to be her final test. To match her honesty, Logan revealed he had been sent to see what information Taras knew and to kill him if it had been too much. Knowing this would mean he'd have to kill Natalia as well, Logan takes her necklace with Tara's family ring attached as proof of her death. Knowing how much Logan truly cared for her to do such a thing, a tearful Natalia promises that one day she'll pay back the great debt she owes him. Looking back on it, one can understand the question if this story should be considered canon regarding Black Widow's backstory. This story seems more in line with her original backstory, where she was raised to be a Russian spy by her surrogate father and was saved as a child by Captain America and a young Logan from Nazi soldiers. The revised backstory, which has also been adopted by the MCU, is that she was raised by the Black Widow program, which brainwashed, trained, and bio-enhanced her to become the perfect spy. This story, although bittersweet and beautiful in its tragic memory, doesn't appear to fit that timeline and feels more like one of those false memories Natasha would remember but then discover it was a lie. Back in the present, we discover Natasha attempted to pay her old debt to Wolverine by misinforming S.H.I.E.L.D. of his location so they'd attack and subdue Omega Red instead of Logan. While sweet, that plan put Jubilee's life in jeopardy, so Logan had no choice but to turn himself in. Although S.H.I.E.L.D. would most likely never discover Black Widow's involvement, it was still a grand gesture towards someone who tried saving her from this lifestyle. Although this story may not be canon with either character's histories, this Marvel coming-of-age tale shows how important of character Wolverine has become and how his presence has become woven into the very tapestry that is the Marvel Comics universe. In the end, considering what we've seen, one can only imagine if Wolverine challenged Black Widow to a sparring session, for old time's sake. Bets, anybody? What are your thoughts about this? If you liked the video, then don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. See you in the next video.